swear they copy me, but let's see on my feet. No, I'm not for the weak. They say they wanna be just like me. I am not your wifey. Got my man at home and he got me so right. He clearly do for me what I want. Chauffeur to the prairie, dinner on the.
Hi guys. So if you don't know me already, my name is Ella, and today I am going to be doing my very highly requested makeup tutorial. First thing you need is obviously a drink. This is a new drink that I'm trying. Oh, there's vacuuming going on in the background. First thing I do is skin prep. So before I do that, I do these clips in my hair or do a headband. I usually do hair clips. I do Tower 28, usually because I'm doing that in the morning, but because it's 4:20, I'm not going to do that. Now I use my Glow Speed toner. Do you guys keep your stopper in yours? Because I keep mine in. Toner. And then I use a Pond's moisturizer. My favorite moisturizer, if you guys didn't know that. I love this so much. It's so good and it's super nice and thin. Sometimes I'll make bronzer drops in this, but I'm not going to do that today. And make sure you're putting it on your neck too, because if you don't, what are you doing? Because your neck is going to be wrinkles and then smooth. And then I do a little eye cream. This is also from Pond's. This is dark spot correcting cream. This is one of the best eye creams ever. Because guys, like, look, I have no concealer on and my under eyes are quite bright, I would say. Okay, now I do the Glow Recipe Q drops. I love this so much. This is also really good for like no makeup days because you could just put this on your tan. So this is how much I do. I love bronzy drops so much. Okay, now it looks like this and it looks so beautiful. Now for my primer, I switch between Refi primer and this e.l.f. Power Grip. I typically use the Refi one. I let that soak in to my face for a while. I do concealer. This one I only recently started using. This is our 28 concealer. My shade is MDR. This is a bit dark for me, so I mix this with another concealer. So I do it on these spots. I mix it with the e.l.f. Camo concealer. This is like the satin one, I think. The shade Light Peach. This one's very light. But I just do a couple dots. And then here and here, but I have a spot there, so. I like to use a brush to blend out. I used to use a beauty blender, but I use a brush now. I use this double-sided brush. I love these brushes so much. This is by Start Makers? I don't know. I'll try to link it as well because these are so good. Like, I got the double-sided brushes together for like $6. It's so good. I have one for blush and I also have one for bronzer, and it's so good. And I also put on my eyelids because sometimes they get really dark. But yeah, blending it. Okay, so now that's blended out. If I have any spots like on here, I let it sit so it's like dried for quite a while. But spots like when I do the concealer here and here, I blend it out. Now I'm gonna do blush. Recently I've been doing this blush. This is the Glow Recipe Dewy Flush in the shade Berry Flush. But I don't really do that very often. I only recently started doing that. So the blushes I switch from are this e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Pinky Promise, which is the dupe for the Rare Beauty blush shade Happy. I'm going to do shade Happy because this is the one I typically do. I also over blush and over bronze, so that's your kind of makeup look then. Right. So now I'll mix it with the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in the shade Enlighten. I love this stuff so much. If I would recommend one thing from Rare Beauty, this would be it. It's so good. Just like that. And I get the fluffy part and mix it a bit and pat it in. Make sure you don't swipe because it'll like rub off your concealer. I kind of do it in like a C shape, so I just pat it like that. I love blush so much and bronzer. Why did I do this before bronzer? I totally forgot. Well, I don't do it on the outer. But now I'm going to use the Say liquid bronzer. This is in the shade Spritz. I usually do this before blush. I don't know why. I never ever do blush before bronzer. Anyways, but this is also recent, but I love this so much. And I put it on these spots. I have quite a big forehead, so I had to use a bit of bronze on there. There's the placement with my other brush. And for the end brush, I use this to do my nose. Or I use this brush and I will like make it kind of snatched. These brushes are my favorite brushes ever. I could use these for everything. I also get a beauty blender and wet it. I use this kind of between steps so it like melts in my makeup. Blend it. here's where I would do blush, but I accidentally did it before bronzer. Now I do powders after my liquid product, so it just sets it in. Now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 2 Medium. This stuff is so good. I love it so much. I get a fluffy brush. I switch between like 3 different brushes, but just like a fluffy brush. This one's from Walmart. And I just put this in the same spots where I did the liquid bronzer and down to my neck. This I did too much. Oh my gosh, especially on this side. And now I do blush. Okay, for blush, I use this NYX Buttermelt blush. This is in the shade Getting Buddha. Or Getting Butter. I love this blush. And this is a Dollar Tree brush. One of my favorite brushes. It's so good. I loved angle brushes for blush. Same spots I did blush. Here's my nonchalant dreadhead little sis.
I feel like I'm about to die and I don't know why.
Maybe it's because those dreads. Okay, bye girl.
Ah.
I over blush. It might not be showing up on the camera, but it's so I love blush so much. It's like one of my favorite. Highlighter. This is the Rare Beauty powder highlighter. This is in the shade Enlighten as well. I use this brush as well. And the fluffy end, I do it here and here, and then with the pointy end like that, I don't know what it's called, and I like pat it into like kind of my waterline, and then up here as well. I love doing this. I feel like it really makes me look more awake and have more open eyes. If I'm looking that way, I have my vanity mirror. I do that, and then the fluffy side I do up here. Sometimes I'll do right there. So I love highlighter as well. Sometimes I do a bit too crazy on the inner corners and I just pat it. Oh my gosh, I did crazy. And then now I do powder. I feel like this is like so many steps, but I just do it because I like it. Okay, I use this powder puff. This is really gross, but this is the e.l.f. pressed powder. I love this. This is the Perfect Finish HD powder. And this is amazing. I love this so much. This powder puff from Amazon. Rub it. I love doing this. I do it like right here and like snatches my face. Okay, I used a bit too much, but like I press it in and just snatches. And now is when I blend out my concealer on the spot, and look, no spot. And then I also do powder on it and on my chin, and then I do my mustache and my forehead. Go look at it. Don't you feel like that's more snatched? Anyways, I love doing makeup. It's like such good therapy. Then this is the Refy eyebrow like eye sculpt thing. It's like really like running out, but like I mainly use it for the spoolie. I try to get as much product as I can in my eyebrows. My eyebrows I feel like sometimes are so stubborn and then they just start like braiding into themselves. And then I get the other side, my favorite. And then I brush them kind of up and then I love that so much. Eyebrows really can change your face. I feel like I have very dark eyebrows. Okay, now my favorite part is mascara, if you couldn't tell. These are the mascaras I like switched through. This is a high-end one. This is Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, but there's ones I like better. This is more recent. Falsies Push Up Angel, Lacura, They're Brilliant waterproof mascara, Maybelline New York The Colossal, I don't know, Maybelline New York Lash Sensational. Recently, like most recent, I've been doing these two products and I just love them. This one's lengthening and I feel like this one's more like full eyelashes. Curling my eyelashes. This is the e.l.f. eyelash curler. I don't use this Shiseido one. I don't know. Don't ask me, but I love this one. I feel like you don't need to get an expensive eyelash curler. See, a spoolie. I got like a big pack on like Temu. So first I brush my eyelashes and then my eyelash curler. This part is really important that you do it good. I get every single hair, especially the ends. Get as close as I can to the roots of my eyelashes and just like pulse it kind of. And then hold it. Okay, and brush them again. And if it doesn't look good, I just curl them again. I use this one first. Tips of my eyelashes, like my mids and my tips of my eyelashes. Just do a lot of coats. And the ends, these two corners are very important to me, so I try to put a lot of attention onto them. This angle is so cute, guys. They're so up close and personal. It makes it really easier if you close your eyes. Yeah, I just do like 100 coats until I like the way it looks. Okay, here are the eyelashes so far. I did this one only. Also, all my mascaras are waterproof. I love my eyelashes so much. They're my children. Anyways, now I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Angel. This one's for more length. My tips of my eyelashes. I personally like my eyelashes to look more chunky, kinda. Okay, this is what it's looking like. I'm running out of storage. So, oh my gosh. So my mascara is all done. Sometimes I'll do like a bottom lash, but I feel like that doesn't really wear well. If there's anything on my eyelids, I like use a little Q-tip and wipe it off because I hate mascara on eyelids. Now, this is my recent lip combo, so I'm just gonna show you. Either Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, this is shade Pillow Talk, and then Too Faced Lip Injection Plumping Lip Liner in Puffy Nude. So I'll use one of these. Sometimes I mix them, so I might mix them today. Line my lips. And then this one. And I'll either use Summer Fridays, but recently I've been using the new Glow Recipe blush thing because this is also like duo. It wears out, but I feel like it's so pretty. Now for setting spray, this is about to die. This is NYX Too Faced Glue setting spray. This stuff is so good and I use so much of it. Okay. Now I'll show you the end results of my makeup. I don't have any good lighting, but this is my finished makeup. I feel like it's so like cutesy. My vanity had better lighting, but this is my finished makeup. I hope this is what you guys wanted. I think it's really cute. I turned off my Bluetooth. It's probably Amelia.